angijabuli akumnandi enhlizweni yami ukuthi siza namhlanje sekuvela igigaba engaka kuhle ngesinye isikhathi sihlanganisa amehlo kungenzekanga lutho nje kodwa ke khona kusho ukuthi singabantu makwenzeke okuthize komunye funeke sonke sikhale sisonke angithi sisonke kulento akungabe inkinga yomuntu oyi1 nje kuphela akungabe inkinga yohulumeni nje kuphela ngisazochaza kanzima kodwa angiqaleni ngokuchaza into ebalekekile ngempela ukuthi le mali esizoyikhipha namhlanje sikhipha iphuma kuphi nokuthi sikhipha makwenze njani sisonke yabona nje mawusuka lana deputy mayor boma each time uthenga ithikithi each time ukhipha imali yakhe ephaketheni uyemshinini or udlala ngeapp okwazi ukuthi imali sometimes up to kulonke irandi esilikhiphayo u30 cent up to 30 cent uya kule mali esenza ngayo lezi idingo sanamhlanje isikhathi esiningi abantu bebethi angiwinanga kodwa uwinile baba meya ngoba le mali iyo lena esivala ikhalo masikunezinye izinto ngisho ukuthi ngesikhathi it's not just about winning it's about contributing to good causes yile into ebaleke ngempela kakhulu so phephani kodwa ke meya mina ngiyakhona ukuchecka mawudlalile ongachecka ongadlalanga ngiyasola ukuthi awudlala anoqhubeka nidlale ngoba niyabona ukuthi ilotho into yenu ngithi eyani makune problem nina silapho angithathe neleli thuba futhi ngibonge ku regulator yethu NLC ngoba makunenkinga whether it's covid whether today nje banibonile kunama floods akuyona into ethatha isikhathi eside kithi sikhuluma ngefoni ukuthi asifinqeni izandla zethu siye khona and kwenzeke asibhalisa ama application le ayodlula no we get things done immediately and you know when we spoke between the commissioner and ourselves it was just like hey asukumeni that's how things start happening it's about the desire and knowing our mandates and remaining true to our mandate because that's very important often people forget why sibafakile why siba appointile but thina siyakhumbuzana all the time irregulator ke bafowethu ilaba thina awuthi ngiqale ngokuchaza ukuthi ithuba yini manihamba niyezitolo niyothenga ilotho lemshini lena ithuba eyifakayo le game lena enidlala yibo laba ba manager ukuthi okay le sizowenza nje imali engake yakubani it's ibona ba operator be check ukuthi njoba bezovakashela izitolo nezitolo ukuthi zonke ziserviceiwe imshini apho siyakhona ukwenza nalama draw thina siyi operator kodwa abasiphethe nathi abenza ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sihambe ngebhuku ilaba abathiwa beNLC yibo laba basiphethe bethi hayi unrobi hayi anikwenzi lokho ngendlela ekhona they are the regulators iNLC kodwa sahlala sabuka very early ukuthi asakhena ubuhlobo ukuze abantu bebone thina njenge industry ukuthi sibamba kanjani i-mandate yethu on how do we achieve that's why kube nalobu buhlobo okungaka yes kunalo uswazi siyalithola masibheda nathi kodwa we've built a relationship I think with the same vision which is something that I think other sectors should copy that it doesn't mean you're sitting on the opposite table and yokhulumisana ngama ideas thina siyakhulumisana siphinde sibuyele kwi role ne role yomuntu uyodlala angithi nasemndenini kuba nobaba kuba nomama umama une role yakhe ubaba ne role yakhe same nakithi sinama roles kodwa siyazi ukuthi sakhe umndeni nabo bayazi ukuthi sakhe industry that's the good part about this there's been a lot of and you know Sis Precious you'll see the common vision that we emulate as we go on about how to make sure that this mandate for both parties is carried out. So ngibonge lapho kini nina by NLC because you've really been dedicated around that matter. Bese ke I think uDlamini ngicela uacknowledge nawe babe Dlamini omdala lo ofikile was ulana community builder and our marathon runner ona 74 kodwa usarun ama marathon ngithe ngisho ukuthi kufuneka umphakathi abone ukuthi abe isibonele kweinganeni zethu ngicela ukukubingelela nawe kodwa ngisho futhi ukuthi Dlamini bushilo ukuthi you know uchazile ukuthi how and what is our own CSI. I must tell you that Tina we are already rolling out a very extensive program. Angiyonitshena ngeinto eziningi. Ngikhuluma ngeyethu as ITHUBA. When this thing happened, we set aside 10 million that day. We said, here's that money, it's going to go to flood relief. And it is for this purpose that we are on the field consulting with, okay, ngikhuluma nje kusasa sizobe sideliver idingo zasesigodisa enanda molweni nje ngiyakhuluma but ngisho ukuthi wonke umuntu even nathi sinawethu ama program makunento thintani nje bese chazile uDlamini ukuthi kenzakalani nathi sizobona akekho umuntu ufuneka lale engadlanga bathandekayo not in this day and age. And I'm only asking you ukuthi asakhini angiyoba too long. What I want to say today ukuthi I'm appreciated for what the efforts and the endeavors that are there. I really think that that we are doing a fantastic job, and let's consult and let's see things, let's not theorize about things, and I really appreciate it. Angibonge kini sizoba sikhona sikhulume sizwe ukuthi idingo nodingo sizanceda kuphi. Angiyoba mude manje except to say ukuthi I know we will never fulfill all your needs angithi but it's the will ukuthi siphosile lapho. That's where we are. Sis each esikhala kanye nansifakile nathi lapho so khulumisana le structure sebesibekile so bona nathi ukuthi si roll up kanjani where are the needs. So with that being said angibonge kakhulu. Thank you very much, Ma'am Charlotte, and good luck to everybody of us today. May our achievement really be born, and am I really encouraging you. And inhliziyo yami ngiyabona ukuthi obomama yini enisukuma kakhulu nila ngoba iplate lokudla libheke nina ntambama siyanibonga bomama ngoba yinina enakha isizwe siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you.
Sibonge kakhulu kumama uMabuza wakhuluma nje njenge true South African and wakhuluma ngempela njengomuntu owazi ukuthi what is happening on the ground. Siyabonga nje nanokusiqinisa si KZN ukuthi usizo lukhona. Sibonge nje nokubambisana ngoba uma sibambisene into efana nale it's just too huge. Uma singabambisani ngeke size siwine. Siyabonga kakhulu ITHUBA. Asithi nje halala ITHUBA halala. Halala NLC halala. Halala eThekwini municipality halala. Halala nesizete go halala. Siyabonga ngicela nje ukuthi siphinde si-acknowledge i-presence yama delegates from social development siyanamukela ebese si-acknowledge ngokukhethekile i-presence kamama uGloria Mhlongo ikhansela lalendawo uWard 43 siyabonga ma ukusamukela ngingakandi nje kakhulu ubaba Dlamini uthe she is the captain of the ship. Ngizocela nje to call upon uMama Mampane to the fore. Captain, my captain.
Thank you Nobuhle. When the captain comes, obviously there was somebody who was supposed to lead the captain in song. How Baba Mkhize, come and sing one. Pela, I told Miss Mvulani stories about you. Ati Miss Mvulani, can you sing? We fund that choir. So please come and prove that we fund the choir.
Commissioner, with due respect, I'm a conductor, I can't sing. Sanibonani. Cha sizocula nje. Hallelujah. 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 Akekho fana naye. Hallelujah. 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 Akekho fana naye. Akekho fana naye. O fana naye. Akekho fana naye. O fana naye. Hallelujah. 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 Akekho fana naye. Yeah, sisho njalo uthi noma kukubi, but God still is there, and that's why Sibongo National Lotteries obu providile. Siyabonga Ma'am Charlotte.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I just start by saying all protocol observed from Sanele, Nobuhle, Memabuza, everybody got to thank people who are here. Let me also apologize for my Zulu that sounds like Setswana in most cases. I got to realize that even with Ms. Mvulani, as I've been traveling with her, I can just see that she's stifling the laughter every time I try to say something. So there's Skumbuzo Sanele has taught me to say Jelamina. So thank you so much, our mayor. I'm improving, I promise you. These days it's just that because of the church I go to, I'm a Methodist. So when I try to impress, they say, no, that's Xhosa, not Zulu. But I'm improving, I'm taking notes, I'm using Google. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Ms. Mvulane, thank you not only for coming here, but for the opportunity that you, as the board, and not you only, get to empower us to do what we are doing here today, which at the end of the day is not about individuals in the NLC, but how we are trying to change the lives of all South Africans. Ms. Mabuza, so let me confess to the board and to NLC staff, we spend a lot of time on the phone when things like this happen. And she says to me, I must go and do 1, 2, 3. So I listen and can understand that she's being emotional now. Then I listen and listen. After the conversation, I sent a message to Sisi. We found the world's problems here. We can't solve all of them. We can only make a difference. Okay, so we share that a lot. You know, she got to share a very touching story with me about how she's been approached to provide coffins for those people who have fallen victim to this disaster. And I said, yes, I hear you, but you know, buying them, how much does that cost? Is there an opportunity for us to be empowering some people who can make coffins so that we give them money to make coffins, and at the end of the day, they have done something for themselves. Thank you, Sisi. And we pray that God bless you and your organization, that you continue to do all these great things that you are doing. You know, when you look back at things that people end up doing in life, it's not because they want to be rich. It's not because they want to do that work. There's this thing, but it's a calling. ngubizo ne. Am I right? It's ubizo lwabo. So let's thank you for ubizo lwako as well. You know, this bizo is not always easy. You know, at times it gets too hard, but know that your blessings are on the way, given how you get to bless communities and not individuals. I'm not going to be talking about the NLC because boss lady is here. My board member is here. So she has been mandated by the board. Remember, as the National Lotteries Organization, we report to the Department of Trade and Industry, and not that only, our minister is Minister Ibrahim Patel. So the minister appointed a board for us. The date today is 28th. So the board has been with us for a month only. And we praise you, Ms. Mvulane, and thank you and the board. There's no board that had landed and started delivering immediately like you guys did. So the new board that was appointed by the minister has the following members. Is Ms. Mvulane, who was mandated by the board to come and be in KZN with us. There's Ms. Beryl Ferguson, she's in Cape Town, but would have loved to be here also. There's Dr. Cassius Lubisi, who has promised that because KZN is his home, he will definitely come and visit. And we also have Mr. Veli Hofmeyer, who is sending a special message that all of you guys must make sure that that money goes to where it is supposed to be going. Otherwise, ... We have come to see the devastation caused by the floods in this province. We thought that hearing from Sanel, and thank you, Sanel, for the great work you do. Thank you, COO. I know I'd been pushing you, asking you what you were doing in the office when you were supposed, all of you were supposed to be in KZN. Nobuhle, I don't have words to thank you. Our comms team, all the people who came from Gauteng to come and support you. Mabontle, thank you for the marvelous job you've done. We have come to see the devastation, but not that only. I like what Bumabontle have coined together with ITHUBA, kuti sisonke, rirohle. So we feel you, we feel your pain, would like to share with you what you are going through, but unfortunately, like I said earlier on, we can't solve the world's problems. But the little that we are going to be giving you today and moving on, we hope that it will change your lives, it will make a difference in your circumstances, and you will live to see others and uplift them when they have situations like this. It's exactly 3 months and 3 years that we would have been called upon, Mr. Mayor, to come and help with a situation similar to this one in KZN. As we were preparing submissions for the board, we got to see that it's exactly 3 years, and it was in April as well. And by then, Ms. Mabuza had sent trucks to the NLC, I remember, to deliver soaps, flour, and other things. And it was a lot of work for us then to transport the goods to KZN and Eastern Cape. And we are faced with a similar situation again. So as I was trying to impress Boss Lady and tell her that, you know, Boss Lady, for 3 years in succession, this is what we have been doing. She said to me, but then surely your education and awareness school was supposed to be helping people in these areas to register NPOs that deal with disaster, and for them to be in our database, so that when we have a situation like this, we know exactly who is where to help and what capacity do they have and how can we further capacitate them so that they look after communities. For me, I think, Ms. Mvulane, thank you. That is an opportunity that I see having resulted from this disaster, that bomama, in most cases, when things are like this, I'm not saying it is happening in KZN, it is happening in the Northern Cape, where I come from. Abo Baba ran away. They say they are going to look for work in Johannesburg at the mines. So bomama, remain alone. You will remain alone in whatever structures or in houses that are temporarily provided by the government. Can you, during a time like this, no buhle, come back to empower these communities? Come back and help Abo Mama. We have the youth, Councillor, we have the youth in this area that is unemployed. Can they be assisted so that we get to look at the whole value chain of disaster management and look at what we can train them for, so that next time we have a situation like this, you don't even wait for national government or for people from Gauteng. Deputy Mayor, you have a team already on the ground that knows what to do and how to do it. This is very possible. I was sharing with Skumbuze earlier on as well, that around 3-4 years ago, when there was a Rugby World Cup in Japan, there was a time when there was a disaster like this. A hurricane had hit the place just 10 days before the games could begin. And when we contacted people there to say to them, surely you have to come back home because you won't be able to play, they said, no. People here are trained for disasters like this. And they say within 3 days they would have mopped up. Within a week, our team was on Facebook. They had gone back to training. Everything was normal. So can we use this opportunity and look at ITHUBA olusha oluvela kule disaster? Let's look at the opportunities, new job opportunities, new NPOs, NGOs, NPCs that we can form that will be ready whenever there's a disaster like this. They know what they are going to be doing. You'll recall that the Western Cape had been hit by fires most of the time. And by now, there are teams of firefighters from the Western Cape that get called up in different parts of the world, not the country, of the world, to go and help. Recently, they were in Canada to go and help because it's them that have the skill. So, just like Japanese, can we perfect our skill? We've been experiencing this thing for a long time. We can't all the time be sitting back and knowing that or expecting the government to come with aid. Can we stand up and do something for ourselves? The Lotteries Commission, ITHUBA, we are there to support you in terms of those organizations that you will form. We will help you as well and look for training for you so that you prepare for disasters. Thank you very much. And by that, I will not say much. The boss is going to be talking to you about the NLC and all issues that have to do with the help that you see here and how we would like to continue doing that with you. Thank you, Nobuhle.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. I have captured your guidance, and I can commit that indeed it's possible. Disaster preparedness, disaster mitigation, and if you notice very well, it's one and the same areas that get affected all the time. Yes. So yes, siyasithatha isiluleko emphakathi waseNtuzuma sizokwenza njengoba esho uCommission. Without further ado, the boss of the boss lady, Mama Precious Mvulani, please come to the fore.
Sanbon. Hey, masebeti boss, eh? Sengiyasaba. Ngiyabonga mphakathi waseNtuzuma ukuthi nifikile. Kuloko esize ngakho but size kukubi. Ngithe kade sa driver siza ngase ngithi how ngangifunde senzo kuhle. Years ago. Ngithi how sengibuya sokukubi. Awu abantu base KZN bahlumaza amanzi kwaze kwakubi. All protocol observe, Mayor. The team yase NLC sisinobuhle siyabonga ngokuthi inhliziyo zenu anivali konke umsebenzi odingwa abantu. Niyasukuma 3 direction ye COO siyabonga kakhulu. Ngithi angizile la as uPrecious okamvulani uMazulu ngize kuzo letha inkulumo ya board members that have been recently appointed by uMinister Patel ku mandate yokuthi sizosiza ukuthi umsebenzi owa establish uku regulator operator kanye futhi nokuthi senze sure ukuthi imali eqoqekile lo 30% udistribute kubantu abawudingayo khona zokwazi ukuthi sidile nama issues ye poverty. We know all the problems we have like in South Africa, but also just to add ukuthi kulo mandate, as umama commissioner has mentioned, we need to make sure ukuthi ama agents ethu lawa ama NPOs nama charities lawa esi distribute imali ngawo benza izinto ezi right. Esakubona ngo COVID imali ithathiwe kwakumele isebenziswe umphakathi yangena emaphoketheni yabantu akuzukwenzeka. Kuzomela kube sonke sibe ne responsibility yokuthi masibona into engekho elungile sazi ukuthi lo muntu akayenzeli kulo muntu uyenza kuthini. Angeke sangena ko Twitter so complain cha sizosebenzisa ama structures akhona ukucomplain ukuthi cha asibonanga kuhamba kahle la. Asizukuba simeceleni ebese sicabanga ukuthi mangabe sokuvoto asizobuya sikhold accountable babumeya sigcine ngokuthi nje hayi badlala ngathi cha sizokubuya sikudonse sisa akuhambanga kahle la. Ngicabanga ukuthi bakwethu mangabe ukuthi kunalolu sizo olufana naloko akungabukeki ukuthi ithina esizela imali yenu nadlala ithuba nafaka kulo 30% ithuba itholile iregulator yake isiyayithatha lo mali yayibuyisela kunini. Anazi ke ukuthi asingame eceleni but siza konakele okwenzekile la eKZN siyamo ukubona ku TV kubuka ngathi into enje kulozanda wena kodwa bathe masebenza iconsolidation kwabonakala ukuthi indawo efakekeke kakhulu iThekwini, iLembu district kanye noMgungundlovu, noGu noKing Cetshwayo, noMzinyathi kanye noThugela. Yilozo ndawo ke uNLC azobe efocus kuzona kulezi ndawo uissuisha ama grant ne support. Siyazi ke ukuthi support lena akuyona long term arrangement. It's just for this short time. Usazama ukubona ukuthi uzogcina wenze njani ke manje ukokwakha back ubuyele emuva. Ngoba phela ayikho kwale mali esikhuluma ngayo ukuthi ikulast isikhathi eside. Kumele sazi ke ngalesikhathi sisalindele safuna ukubona sibuyisa imqondo ukuthi ngizokwenza kanjani kokwakha ngiphindele emuva. Ngizokwazi kanjani ukuthi ngiphinde ngithole imadlanyana lapha o ngisebenze lapha yana kuze ngikwazi ukwakha. Ngoba this is really for up till June if I'm not mistaken, the first week of June.
Ngiphinde futhi ngizama ukusho ukuthi as a mandate lottery I-aim ukuthi sishintshe impilo, but kumele sithi mase siyishintshile impilo wena osizekile uphinde usizo omunye. Akukhona nje okwakho kuphela ukuthi uphinde futhi usebenzise omunye. Ngikusho lokho ngoba nami ngiyazi ukuthi if kwangakona lokho ngaba ngizange ngifike nala ngikhona. Khona wangisiza, but nalo wangisiza naye wasizwa omunye. Nami ke kumele ngisize omunye. And ikona ke okubalekile bantu bakithi sisavuleke kulapho. Ngisabonga nje nokuthi sisakhuluma sithi sisonke ku KZN ingoba siyazi ukuthi iKZN is also an economic drive. When you look at the activities that have happened economically, you can really see the devastation of how this economically is actually going to affect the country, because it's a routing also for all the transport that we have. And therefore, whatever that we're doing, not just as a government, but as individuals, we then keep that in mind, that whatever that we're doing, we need to circulate the money. I love the idea Commissioner is saying, Mamshamen, as you are finding for a lot of, but maybe that is your enterprise development in assisting the entrepreneurs that are going to build those coffins so that we can sustain and stop importing everything and create jobs. Because that is our real problem here. The fact that majority of people are here is because we've built houses that are not sustainable in places that did not have a proper analysis. Right. Asithi ke mase siphindela siyokwakha sizama ukubona ukuthi ugovernment uzosiza yini ukuthola indawo eziright zokwakha endaweni eziright khona ukuthi maweyibuya le disaster si ready sinemizi futhi ehleli engakwazi ukuthi stand any issues relating to disasters relating to floods. Ngisacela nje ukusho nje bese shilo uHof Mayor member board owayesebenza ku SIU uyasho ukuthi hayi we will come and forfeit if isikutholile ukuthi ubuntshontshile so thafika solanda konke silande nento zakhe at your own personal capacity ngoba icorruption kumele ime ngoba intshontshala kuthina sonke ayintshontsheleli nje laba ama beneficiary direct but intshontshala sonke as a country. In closing, bengifuna nje ukusho ukuthi we are only just here to make a short difference. That short difference, use it as an opportunity to see what other economical activities that you can do so that you can sustain yourself. The NGOs that are available can only support up to a certain point. There's a point where we're going to need to pull up our hands ourselves and say which areas we can look at to be proactive and active in our own society. Ngibonga kakhulu konke from the team and Mayor and everyone that has actually participated. On behalf of the board, ngibonga kakhulu.
Sibonge kakhulu ku board member wethu usisi uPrecious Mvulane wakhuluma kahle wakhuluma izinto ezibalulekile. Ngiyathemba ukuthi nizwile. Ayikho ezokwehla ngemlenze. Isimo sibi kakhulu ukuthi kungakhona ezongena ephaketheni elinembobo ingazi uthi wephi. Siyakuthembisa lokho. Ngizocela ukuthi mhlambe ngenze iannouncement ngaphambi kokuthi umama khansela wethu ezobonga kunoshintsho oluncane kwiprogram yethu. Sizocela ukubongelwa umama khansela uMhlongo. Iannouncement engizoyenza eyokuthi uma sisuka la babu Mayor Mamvulane Commissioner siqonde eKing Cetshwayo siya eMlalazi siyokwenza iprogram efana nalesi lethela namhlanje. Sihamba nalo ke futhi ITHUBA. Ngenzela ukuthi umama menze vote of thanks kuba ukuthi sesiqedile sesiqala umsebenzi. Ngiyibongele nami njengo driver weprogram, ngibonga ukungihlonipha umphakathi waseNtuzuma naseyikhulwini zami, zikhulu zami ngiyayibongela. Mama uMhlongo ngicela uze ngaphambili uzosivalela ma sibonge.
All protocol observed. Okwami bakithi ukubonga. Yabona mangabe kusekhulunywa nge-quick response, kukhulunywa ngento engiyibonile yenzeka la namhlanje. Cabanga ukuthi bokungesonto kukhona okade ekhona ezosibuza ukuthi sidingani. Yabona mangabe silosisho ngoba phela bayafika bayabuza, siloke sisho kunye siyakuphinda phinda ngoba vela akakahlala esandleni. Kodwa ukuthi nizovele nisheshe akuhlangene ngisho isonto, it's a very short space of time. So nje siyabonga somphakathi waseNtuzuma. Kuyekuthiwe eBhayibhelini konke kuhlangana kube ngokuhle ngoba themba labo likuJehova. Ngikubonile lokho namhlanje kade sikhala ngekudala sididekile kukubi kumuncu. Kodwa manje indlela izinto ezenzeka ngayo siyabonga. Bengisho nje kwabakhona laba ba displays esihleli nabehholo. Yabona ngosizo ukuthi wonke umuntu wayegrey ngisho ebusweni. Manje kodwa uyabona hayibo bakithi kanti muhle. Uyayibona nje le nto. Ngempela siyabonga. Konke lokhu kwenziwa uthando. Sibonga nje futhi nama volunteers akhona le Ward 43 asebenza tirelessly because njoba kungekho lutho nje ba provide ngebreakfast, ngelunch nesupper. So nje ngempela siyabonga. Mhlambe sengingacela nje ukuthi masisuka la sale sesiyani siyobona la bekhona. All in all nje abantu esinabo la ehholo ba 175. Both abesilisa nebesifazane nezingane. So bonke abantu bakhona la ehholo.
Uxolo nje kancane ngicela ukclarify something. Umam councillor ucelile ngokukhethekile ukuthi kube izivakashi kuphela eziyobona. Angithi kufanele sibahloniphe phela abantu akithi. Ngoba indawo yabo la belala khona ngesikwazi ukuya sonke. Kuzoya nje izivakashi kuphela. Ngibonge.